All right. I teased it before we went to the break, guys. Last night, we saw Purdue play, and we saw Purdue go about like 75% of their capacity and hold a Sean Miller team off like it was an older brother kind of keeping a younger brother away from the ball. Tonight, we saw Duke kind of turn things around a little bit. We saw Kansas come back from 14 down in the second half to beat a Kentucky team that is surprising, I think is the way that we'll phrase it. We saw on Friday Arizona kind of manhandle this Duke team that beat Michigan State tonight. So I'm going to ask you, Jeff. We've seen probably the teams that are the 1, the 2, and the 3 teams in the AP poll right now. Who's the best team in college basketball as of this moment?
Not easy, right? Right? Really tough. I'm giving it to Arizona today. I just think they had the most impressive win going into Cameron. And we saw it today, like Duke bounced back.
They smacked it. Mm-hmm. Arizona smacked
That's
it.
That's what I'm saying. And
it was a no-doubter.
The thing with Arizona, to me, the pieces fit. They can score and they can guard. They've got bigs. They got some good young guys that are coming. I mean, Caleb Love didn't even do that much. Didn't have to, because Kai Boswell looked like a upper-tier point guard, one of the better point guards in the country. And if he can do that, Keyshawn Johnson's a man with winning DNA that can really, really get after it in the defensive end. I like how their pieces fit together. I'm going to go Arizona. I just think when we talk about Purdue, we look at the hole. There's a glaring hole there right now, right? When you look.
What's the glaring hole?
The four-man.
The four. Yeah.
The four-man.
Yeah, that's fair.
You know, we talked about it earlier today.
Yeah. Yep.
You know,
they're the one team that when you look at them, just within their first 5, I don't see a weakness. Talking about Arizona.
Yep.
Defensively, pace, scoring offensively, balance, inside, outside. They seem to be
role acceptance.
Yes.
For the most part. Now Caleb
which is different because there used to be a team we were thinking like, hey, all offense in the world.
Right.
And now that team saw
the change at point guard is the change.
Yes. 100%.
The change, and I'm not trying to kill a kid, right? He wasn't. He's a shooter scorer,
and he was too erratic.
He was too erratic, but he also couldn't change you defensively. He reminded you a lot of the earlier Gonzaga guards, you know, where it played like the game was court was tilted. So I still think though that Purdue is right there, you know. Sure. And again, we're talking November, we're not talking March, and it's going to be interesting to see how they evolve. And I agree with you; they have a lot of options for that 4, but nobody. And RC, I don't know if you and I have gotten this discussion. I think the 4 is the second most important position in the sport.
It is super important for them because it's next to the most dominant figure in college basketball.
But also because, you know, you switch 4. You know, so that guy's got to guard the point. And next to that big guy, you got to be able to play off him.
And you got
to be able
him.
to shoot.
Yeah.
And you got to be able to cover for him defensively as well, because he isn't, you know, there's a lot of different rotational stuff you got to do. So
they're mixing and matching for the results. It's almost like, hey, I want to put this guy in to make shots. I want to put this guy in when I want to switch defensively.
Yes.
Put this guy in to see how it goes. So we'll see. That's probably the only weakness that they have.